I see you gather before me.
As Yennefer of Vengerberg told it, there had been a magic explosion in Skellige. Related to Ciri's reappearance, it had destroyed a vast swath of forest. Geralt set out for the Isles to join the sorcerers, and seek further clues of Ciri's whereabouts. The druid Ermion, however, had no intention of letting Yennefer examine the woods, so Geralt and Yen sought out Jarl Krakon Krayt, who helped break down the druid's resolve.
Looms are lit, they're over. Bees.
Fierce frosts we had this winter. Half the hive that Speaker of failed to last until the thaw.
I think the white frost is nigh, but the prophecies are true.
Show me what you got. Like that silver.
So what is she to you? The sorceress, Yennefer, right?
I know
Through
your
its
type.
managed to contain the curse, but pestilence still blows in the winds. We've Freya to thank for sending.
You're back!
Show me. Farewell.
Poor Katya.
Oh, the shame.
I've known Bjorn so many years. To think he'd fail the trial of the path. I never expected that.
You ain't from no
Further
further
this-
vulnerable to the point of weakness. I was wrong about you, that shame.
Well, my dad's off fighting the Black Ones.
Decent folk live here.
Vagabond.
But finding me proved no simple task. For having fallen afoul of Novigrad's underworld bosses, I'd disappeared. Yet Geralt soon discovered my whereabouts, a cell in the dungeon of the Temple Guard. With the help of our friends, Geralt managed to free me. Good thing, too, for indeed I knew what had happened to Ciri. Sadly, she was no longer in Novigrad. Pursued by bandits and cornered by the Temple Guard, she had disappeared in a flash of light and a gust of heat. Where to? This I did not know.
Should have stayed in the forest with my unit. Might at least have died with dignity.
Move it! Whoa there, Roach. Greetings, Ibeer.
Greetings, Geralt.
What roach.
So much work.
He's my
Look awfully suspicious to me, tramp.
Stay out of my way.
Maybe, maybe not. Maybe go fuck yourself.
Got a foolproof method for exercising witches. Fancy, eh?
Greetings.
Greetings again.
Show me where you... So...
Long live Radovid!
As Yennefer of Vengerberg told it, there had been a magic explosion in Skellige. Related to Ciri's reappearance, it had destroyed a vast swath of forest. Geralt set out for the Isles to join the sorcerers and seek further clues of Ciri's whereabouts. The druid Ermion, however, had no intention of letting Yennefer examine the woods, so Geralt and Yen sought out Jarl Krakon Krekt, who helped break down the druid's resolve.
That's where
A golden door.
gonna make me wait.
What do you seek? Dirty oaf. Oh, really? What are you looking at? No hope of his return.
Greetings,
I'd like...
Journal Truth.
With us one more week.
Greetings. Can I have a word?
I am here to serve pilgrims who have come to venerate the goddess.
Mine's more an earthly matter.
What is it?
Word is you've got a problem. Morkvarg. That's its name? Could tend to it for you.
Do so, and you will greatly please the goddess.
That's nice and all, but coin's what pleases me.
You look the type. Fret not, I shall pay. But only if you rid us of Morkvarg, once and for all. There have been those who have killed Morkvarg, but a curse has brought him back each time.
Notice I read didn't mention a curse.
All who live here know of it.
Could be, but I'm not from around here. Could use some information.
Archpriestess Ulva cast the curse. It bound Morkvarg to the garden for all time. So even if he is killed, he returns there.
Never heard of this Morkvarg. What is it exactly?
Not what, who. The worst man Skellige has ever known. He held nothing sacred, raided the lands of his own clan, took gold from Nilfgaard, murdered women heavy with child, and children he...
I know the type.
They said he feared but one thing, albeit secretly, the wrath of the gods. Morkvarg decided to prove everyone, himself included, wrong. So he came to Hindisfjall to raid the goddess's garden. This was years ago. Archpriestess Ulva stood in his path. He stabbed her in the breast and cast her into the mud. As her blood gushed forth, she cursed Morkvarg, and he transformed into a monster.
Noted.
All who live
Could be.
art it
Fair.
the god. You who grant us love, hatred, and strength. Why does the goddess...
Run.
You...
No.
This... What?
Mind it. Farewell.
You who grant us love, hatred, and strength.
Watch your step.
A bite. Just one piece. A crumb. Food. Food.
Footprints. Light ones. Someone was being stealthy. Something down there. Can't see a thing. Something down there. Can't see a thing. Human blood. Lots of it. Deep wound must have been. Human blood. Lots of it. Deep wound. Fight has to bear. Human blood. Lots of it. Deep wound must have been. Human blood. Lots of it. Deep wound must have been. Untouched. No sign of feeding. Morkvarg doesn't devour his victims. Strange. Monster tracks. Running. Chasing something. Human blood. Lots of it. Deep wound must have been. Human blood. Lots of it. Deep wound must have been. Prints. Claws. Deep. Really wanted to get inside. Desperate almost. Claws. Really wanted to get inside. Desperate almost. Lots of prints, old and new. His lair must be nearby. Can't cross that. Gotta go down. Mechanism looks pretty standard. One lever to choose the sluice gate, the other to work it. Gotta get to the other side. The low road, maybe. I can open the sluice. Human blood. Lots of it. Deep wound must have been. Human blood. Lots of it. Deep wound must have been. Untouched. No sign of feeding. Morkvarg doesn't devour his victims.
One of Freya's priestesses.
Waited a long time for
Signs of
death to come.
violence.
Claw marks.
Must have died of hunger.
Huge claws. Claw marks. Huge claws. Claws. Really wanted to get inside. Desperate almost. Really wanted to get inside. Desperate almost. Untouched. No sign of feeding. Morkvarg doesn't devour his victims. Strange. Footprints lead to the well and end there. Human blood. Lots of it. Deep wound must have been. Morkvarg broke through this door. Must have smelled something beyond it. No sign of feeding. Morkvarg doesn't devour his victims. Strange. Starting to...
Wish to hear a story?
If I have to, I'm all ears.
Warriors came. Then yea, they could not kill me. Know what I did? Bit my leg off to free myself.
Biting off your own limbs hurts. Who would have thunk?
You don't understand. This was more. My mouth burned. I shredded them, dashed them to bits, made tiny.
Your story have a point, or just...
You cannot kill me. Cannot stop me. The curse.
Willing to talk now?
Only now can I. Such is the curse. Make. You've got time before the blood's gone from me. Undo the curse. Free.
Mentioned a rule.
Looted. Raided. True treasure.
So, no joy.
Nay. It's the worst. Not anything I devour returns to ash. Ash. The hunger.
Everlasting hunger. Classic as curses go.
Help, or I'll hurt.
See what I can do.
See and do. Nothing! Is this a mockery? Think. You kind.
See if we can do this the easy way. Morkvarg of my own free will.
Won't turn to ash.
Won't know until you try. Come on, a spoonful for Daddy.
Nothing!
What a witcher ought to. Have a bite of this.
Said the same.
Relax, this is different.
Ah! What did you do?
That was your own flesh. As far as I know, Curse doesn't allow for that.
Oh, son, you tracked me, deceiver!
Hardly. Wanted me to lift the curse? Well, you're welcome.
You who grant us love, hatred, greetings.
They'll come from my room.
But
Morkvarg is gone.
I shall hold you to that. You who grant us love, hatred, and strength. Clouds obscure the sky. While gulps the sea. You who grant us love, hatred, and strength.
Medallion's humming. That's a power. It's gotta
be. You're mad, woman! Mad, I say!
Maybe, but I've got good reason.
I hold Ciri dear too. You know this damn well. But the Mask of Urberus is no trifle. Have you any idea what could happen if it is used? Any idea of the consequences?
No, but neither do you. So stop panicking.
Can hear you two clear on the other side of the island.
Good! May all Skellige know Yennefer of Vengerberg is a common thief!
Control yourself, Druid. I haven't stolen anything. I've merely borrowed something and fully intend to return it.
Ha! The generosity. Just one small problem. Once used, the mask is rendered completely worthless. Not to mention the risk you'll bury us alive, and all the Isles with us.
Don't exaggerate. It's just...
No, Geralt. This is no just. The myth is that Ouroboros created the mask when the envious seas swallowed his beloved. Unable to bear the prospect that he would never again see his betrothed. He knew, however, that he could only use it once. So he waited. When the sea learnt of the mask, it was quick to respond. It made known its...
So...
No, but...
So you don't actually know if it works? How it...
Of course I do. The myths tell me. Only ignorant fools belittle their significance. Besides, it's not the myths that are on trial here.
On the one hand, a theft. On the other, Ciri...
I also care deeply for the girl. I proposed a series of other methods. Yennefer, she claimed they would take too long. Whereas she wants, she needs. She has always been hot-headed.
True. At least this time...
Never mind that she might... What? What was that? No. Yennefer's used the mask.
What was that?
Unicorns.
Damn it, Yen. I saw the foglets. I meant how'd they get here?
The power of the mask summoned them.
What now?
The mask reveals the past, but only in certain places. Places where past events left a strong magical imprint. Take it.
Want me to wear it?
Yes. I'll cast a spell that will...
Gonna read my mind?
You object?
You know I don't like it.
Let it go. I just want to see... Besides, you know there are things I'd rather not know about. Let's go. Already found the first... This is the spot. Put on the mask.
Any instructions?
Keep it on until you've seen everything. And don't stray far. Telepathy is limited in range.
What's that? A portal?
2 people emerged from it.
The woman was Ciri.
How can you know?
The way she moved. Like a witcher. Seems they went that way.
Come, let's find the next spot. Ready? You... Watch out!
What was that?
A magic explosion of some sort. So powerful that even the echo was dangerous. I wager it destroyed the forest.
But Ciri and her companion weren't harmed. I saw them escape.
Let's see where to.
The place is creepy. I don't like it.
Nor do I.
Anyone here when this happened had a slim chance of surviving.
I know what you're thinking. But don't worry. Ciri can take care of herself. Don the mask.
Someone chased Ciri. See that? Might have...
She escaped through another portal.
Know where it led?
Magic residue trail leads to Velen.
Any chance you can figure out where Ciri's companion fled to? His portal's gotta be nearby.
I'll try to find it. Come. Well, ready?
Nice fight.
One repelled the other with powerful magic, then fled through a portal.
A mage?
Most likely. It's Ciri's companion and the one who wounded her.
How do you know?
I don't. Making an educated guess. They both appeared in the previous visions.
Ciri's got a powerful ally. The mage who was with Ciri fled too. Know where?
His trace path leads to Velen as well, but the target coordinates of his portal differ from those of Ciri's. The explosion must have disrupted his teleportation.
Ran into Kira Metz in Velen. Coincidence maybe, but she claimed a mage came to her looking for Ciri. Be surprised if it wasn't the same one.
Whoever he is, he grows more interesting by the minute.
Maybe something left of the one who got hit by the spell.
It's clearing up.
Ermion must be getting a handle on the weather.
Which means he'll be free to attack us again.
Are you pleased with yourselves? Look at what you brought down on us! If someone's death were to help you find Ciri, would you start making human sacrifices as well?
Relax. Storm's died down. You've clearly got things under control.
For now. But who knows what will be a week or two on?
Stop panicking! Here's your mask.
It is worthless. It's an unwieldy ashtray at best. I hope you've learned something useful at least.
Very.
I'm talking to Geralt. You I'll deal with later. So?
Got a feeling we found something interesting. Just need to examine one more thing.
He went flying in that direction.
Something's pinned under that tree. Can you...
I can.
Armor's clean. No blood, no sword nicks. Ciri's friend must have... what do you call it?
Vaporized him.
Exquisite. The armor. Though the workmanship's unfamiliar. Can't even tell where it's from.
Probably because it belonged to a rider of the Wild Hunt.
What? So it's true? The Wild Hunt? I feared as much. First here, then on Hindersfjall. What did they want?
They're looking for Ciri.
But why?
It's a long story that involves the Elder Blood, Ciri's abilities.
Did she, perchance, inherit her mother's skills?
Ciri can do much more than her mother could. But right now, we're much more interested in what the Wild Hunt was doing on Hindersfjall.
Well, it happened at least a fortnight after the cataclysm struck here on Ardskellig. The raids raided Lofoten at dusk in a blizzard. Itself a strange occurrence for that time of year. The islanders said the wraiths. They barged into their huts, killed anyone who resisted, then galloped inland, laughing fiendishly.
Anyone survive?
A dozen or so women, and an old man.
Next stop, Hindersfjall.
I'll meet you on the beach near Lofoten.
Wait.
But you did...
Don't exactly like...
You also drink them when there's no need at all. Very well. Let's go. Stay close to me.
Good luck to you. Inform me once you've learned...
Quite a few years since I was last on Hindersfjall. But if I remember correctly, Lofoten should be this way. Raised huts and fresh graves. This must be it.
Gathering of some kind. We've come at a bad time.
There's no good time to talk about the Wild Hunt.
None. They barely sprouted whiskers, but in the grind they learned. And me, living and unborrowed. Perhaps 'twere written in the stars.
Ritual of some kind. We'll have to wait.
We'll do no such thing. Dear sisters, pardon the interruption, but we've an important matter to discuss.
Can you not see we're commemorating the dead? So?
And we're looking for someone who's still alive. Please, this is urgent.
Then speak.
They say the Wild Hunt destroyed this village.
That is true, though few believe us. You don't either, I'm sure. Did you see riders on skeletal horses, wearing frost-covered armor?
Aye, that's how it was. They landed on our shores in a ship made of the claws of dead men, like in the ballads. Leif yelled to grab the children. Then they came, cut him across his face. He tried to...
You were to ask about someone, not prod their wounds. That's enough.
What happened then?
Go on.
I ran out to get help, to get Leif. But so many bodies. Yole, Ingvar, little Necky.
Which way did the riders go?
Towards the sea, through the ravine, on horses made of bones. Bones and ice and...
Enough! Get to the point. Now.
They say the Wild Hunt destroyed this village.
That is true, though few believe us. You don't either, I'm sure. Did you see riders on skeletal horses, wearing frost-covered armor?
Aye, that's how it was. They landed on our shores in a ship made of the claws of dead men, like in the ballads. Leif yelled to grab the children. Then they came, cut him across his face. He tried to whisper, only blood came out.
You were to ask about someone, not prod their wounds. That's enough.
What happened then?
Yen, leave her alone.
You don't understand. If we can learn where...
I understand, and I'm still asking you to stop.
You're right.
Get to the point. Now.
We're looking for a young woman, name of Ciri. Ashen hair, green eyes.
I'm sorry. She is not here.
Unless she lies in a grave. That is, I do not recall one by that name. But I've buried so many, I may have forgotten.
This Ciri, has she a scar here on her cheek?
Yes. Yes, what happened to her?
Don't know. Saw her but for a moment, right before it all. She was in the stables with Craven. 1,000 curses upon him.
He did. Until the elders struck him from the saga of ancestors.
It's as if he...
What did he do to...
He fled from the wild hunt. He alone.
We need to talk to him, even if it's not in keeping with your customs.
You've come too late. He went to the garden to fight Morkvag.
A coward who willingly seeks battle? Am I the only one who sees the contradiction?
That's why he did it. Craven knew he would prove the elders wrong only if he killed Morkvarg.
And thus regain his honor and his name.
Trial by ordeal. Very Skelligan.
I do not mock your laws. Please also respect ours.
This Morkvarg, half man, half wolf?
Yes?
Won't bother you anymore. Already killed it.
I know. Craven went there before you, but has yet to return.
Didn't see him in the garden. Doesn't bode well. Don't know if there's much point in going there.
Even if he's dead, we could find some clues near his body.
Let's hope. Thanks for your help.
I understand you intend to enter the garden. I dislike it when foreigners enter the sacred grounds. But so be it.
Custom demands pilgrims make an offering of their own blood before the tree. Craven surely did so. Unless he lacked not only courage, but respect for Freyr as well.
You needn't worry about us. Geralt and I always give the gods the respect they are due.
Seems he did not come to pray.
A killer.
Modern Freyr is patient, but she brooks no insult.
Sweet mother.
Killed a giant, sure, but now just faffs about, seducing the lasses. Monster slayer. My gran told me about you.
You didn't mention your heroic battle with this Morkvarg character?
You know me. Don't like to take my work home.
I'm afraid you don't like home. The very concept of it. I asked you once to... Vengerberg for me.